Okay, we will start now. So thank you all for joining us. We do hope you are well, and of course, we do hope your families are well. This is the 11th webinar in the series, and today we'll be providing an update on how we can assist you as the hospitality reopens over the coming months, along with useful tips and advice. You will hear today from myself, Mark State, Sales Manager of National Accounts, Peter Brett, Customer Support Manager, Richard Vanstone, Regional Sales Manager for UK and the Republic of Ireland, and Carl Pompey, Sales International. The session should last about 20 to 25 minutes with time for questions. Andrew Neville, our MD, will be monitoring questions and comments throughout, so please do feel free to ask any questions and add any comments on the Q&A icon below. You can also do this anonymously. We also have a number of our Neville's team members, so welcome to you as well. You are all as standard in mute mode and your cameras are off. You will see on every slide a QR code, which we ask you to use. So open the camera on your smartphone and this takes you into a very short feedback questionnaire, which will be really useful to us. There will be a link to this when you leave the webinar, and it really is important for you to give us your feedback. If you do have technology issues, and I hope that you don't, or I don't, there will be a recording available to all the participants. So, as we move to this road to recovery and look forward to a full opening in the UK on the 17th of May, and of course the rest of the world opening, we do recognise that customers need more support than ever. We have already seen a huge intake of orders over the last 2 weeks, and we really do thank you for this. As we've had to deal with the demand, our distribution team are working around the clock to resume our service as normal. And I am pleased to say that our 5 p.m. cut-off same-day dispatch, including samples, will resume as normal from early next week. We also know that there will be different elements of fatigue amongst customers. Those who have worked throughout and had to endure the world of virtual meetings, and those who are returning to work and just coping with a full demanding day. So we do hope today's webinar will demonstrate how much support we can give you. We'll be going through customer service, customer support, meeting the team and how we can support you there. The real importance of the Neville selling role and the importance of working with our customers. Updates on technology, the website, the app and the e-brochure, and also our fabulous showrooms. I'm now going to hand over to Richard.
Good afternoon all. Yeah, good to be here. And I'd like to start with how are you? It's fantastic our industry is now open, but we are all human. And the last 12 months has affected everyone in different ways. Some of us have been flat out, working without a break, and others are adjusting to coming back to full-time hours. It hit home in a recent meeting when a customer advised they were struggling to stay awake in the afternoons coming back to full-time work, let alone remembering the password to the Neville's website. Me personally, I'm struggling to see how I'm going to get back to 20,000 miles a year of travel, whilst Zoom can overcome half of this. But will Zoom or virtual meetings stay in our daily roles? So we thought today, before we discuss all of the fantastic support that we can offer, we'd start with a poll about you and how are you? Are you ready to get back to selling? This is a multiple choice. You can choose more than one option. So yes, I'm super excited. Can't wait to get back out there. Stop talking already. Nervous, concerned for mine or family safety. Worried about presenting in front of groups of people again. Virtual meetings must be adopted more widely and traveling is so inefficient. Or concerned about the office environment, sharing office space. And my work life is now more efficient working from home. So please have a go through and there's multiple choices you can answer there. Perhaps you've been shielding and trying to protect a family member, or you spent the last 12 months furloughed and you're just desperate to get back out to selling. So just waiting a few more moments there for some answers to come in. Don't worry, everything isn't published. You can be as honest as you wish. Just waiting for a few more results to come in. Just another minute there. There we go. Wow. I think it's unanimous there. Lots of confidence, 68%. Thank you all for taking part, but it's really good to see there's a lot of positivity. We're all just looking to get out there. I mean, I've got to note, yes, there's a definite work-life balance, which has been affected here for lots of people, and some people looking to maintain that. And also the world of virtual communication also. So thank you all so much for taking part in that. Let's move on of how we can support you at Neville's, and over to Peter and the customer support team.
Thank you, Richard. My first slide is for me to introduce you to the team, putting a face to the name and a voice you'd hear on a call. Dominique is our international specialist. As you can imagine, with the changes happening at the moment, she's very busy indeed. We then have Rebecca and Daisy, who predominantly support all other customers on a daily basis. We've worked hard to make sure the team is cross-trained in all aspects of the support role. This is to help minimise customers being passed to different people for different support functions. Next slide, please. As well as processing every order that comes into Neville's, I wanted to share with you some other things my team and I can support you with. There are many ways to contact us: phone, live chat, email, and also WhatsApp. We can also support you with order location and chasing, product information, returns, website logins, stock questions, lead times, and also finding out those answers, the wonderful questions we get asked. If we don't know the answer right away, we will go away and find out who we need to speak to and get an answer. I guess what I'd like to say is, if in doubt, give us a shout and let us try and help. Over to Richard.
Thanks, Peter. Just going over the Neville's sales role and what we can do to support you. So we often find ourselves being praised for work in the extended sales team, that we take a standard within our roles, and often amazed at how busy distributor sales personnel can be and yet still don't ask for help. Today is a great opportunity to reinforce that Neville's only work through distributors. We don't sell direct, but we will work on your behalf. And for some, this might be met with elements of trust, and others where light equipment isn't core to your business, this could be a huge relief. So time for a quick summary of what we can do. We can visit your premises, of course, dress the showroom, train key staff. We could demo our website, how to use the extensive features of our site for purchasers or salespeople. We could host a showroom visit, and of course, features and benefits of new products alongside a business review and commercials. I think these are all expected and standard within our roles. But just to run through what we also regularly do, and perhaps don't advertise enough. We can convert project lists, and Mark is going to talk about this shortly. We can create mood boards ahead of a meeting to gain focus for your customers. We can visit your customer on your behalf, creating new lists and opportunities, and we'll consult. By contacting a customer, we can help with a colour scheme, perhaps front of house, or HACCP regulations back of house. And again, returning a list of relevant products for you to quote on. We can propose a list of samples based on a brief, send these direct to customer, and we can host virtual showroom visits. A real success seen during lockdown, but also in the new norm could be seen as a rapid response to a customer or yourself who perhaps can't travel as quickly. As we're starting to see the wake up of our industry in the UK, which is looking quite rapid and demanding, we can help you with your time and underlying costs in supporting with our roles. Please advise if we can help. And over to Mark, converting lists and tenders.
Thanks, Richard. So converting lists of tenders, customers have seen the benefit of sending us lists of products to convert. But based on the depth of range across front and back of house products, has allowed them to consolidate their supplier base and give them better consistency of supply. Listing products for tenders can quite often be quite inaccurate and time consuming, and we will do this work for you. And we're able to turn around this in as little as a couple of hours, really. Sometimes it might take a bit longer, dependent on the data, of course. Once we obtain the list, we will do initially what's called a fuzzy lookup, and then we'll follow it in more detail by coding, pricing, and sending it to you into a format that can be dropped into your tenders easily. We also have competitor codes, which we can match our GenWare products to, which means we can convert straight away. And finally, if you are looking for a specific product and you can't find it, Neville's will always help you. We would always advise you where to obtain a product from, even if it's not in our range. We do believe that our customers need to get to their customers as quickly as possible, and we really want to support that. Over to the next slide, please, and to Carl.
Yeah, thanks, Mark. Hi, everyone. Yeah, it's great to have so many of you here on the webinar again today. In this section, we're going to cover the key tools we provide you with to assist you and your colleagues to work as efficiently as possible with Neville's, starting with our website. Our website is designed around feature-rich content and ease of accessibility. Our team are making continual improvements across the site to make it a better and more useful experience, whilst also introducing new areas and content to give you immediate access to the information you need when you need it. The Neville's website has core functionality for use across multiple departments of your business. This includes sales, purchasing, marketing, and finance. Please get in contact with us if you have colleagues in any of these areas who you believe would benefit from their own login and any training if required. Next slide, please. Yeah, firstly, covering a new section, which is marketing support. This has been added to the website to house a plethora of marketing and product information we have available. No login is required. Simply use the large button shown here on the slide, which is on the home page of our website to access. There are too many features to go through or cover individually, but it's worthwhile for anyone in a sales, marketing, or product role to browse to this section of the website and familiarize yourself with all the tools and information available. Just touching on a couple of the areas. Firstly, the full product data download. This is a spreadsheet with over 70 fields of information for each and every one of our 4,000 plus SKUs. This includes information such as product dimensions, features and benefits, commodity codes, and care and use info. It's incredibly useful for setting up or updating products on your own websites and systems, but also to aid sales teams in providing a single access point for key product information. You'll also find here our full image database. This gives you both lifestyle and listing imagery, categorized in the same way as our brochure and website. Yeah, it's very easy to navigate and can be used for your own proposals and quotes, your marketing, and also updating your websites. Lastly, in this section of the website, you'll also find up-to-date links for all of our current e-brochures and guides. Yeah, it's a great way if you want to make sure you're using the most up-to-date versions of these documents is to go there. Next slide, please. One recent improvement to our website, which is highlighted here on the left-hand side of the screen, is the addition of pack size information, even for items sold individually. We've added this as an easy reference both on the product page, but also on quick order entry, if you're wanting to keep ordering in pack sizes for operational efficiency. You'll also note there you can see the stock availability and next delivery date or quantity. This is now accessible on our website, even when not logged in order to make this as easy and as simple for you to access as possible. Lastly, just touching on some of the core functionality of the website, don't forget you can track orders and get PODs directly from the website, place sample orders whilst also checking stock availability, and depending on your location, these can be sent directly to your customer. And lastly, you can review your order history, see back orders, and get the most up-to-date due dates for any products. Thanks, and over to Richard now.
Thanks, Carl. So a quick summary on the e-brochure. This publication for us has been the best uptake of any of our publications to date. It's versatile and instant, but we have listened and do know that there's further training required when using the document, perhaps when live in front of customers. So firstly, a reminder, the e-brochure can be used in call on any mobile device, whether that's phone, tablet, or laptop. And the most common function that we're being asked to train people on is the searching for a product, when with a customer, and whether this is virtually or in person. The solution really is just the search box or using the new submenus, which will help find any product in 3 clicks. We've got a short video here, which we're going to play just to go through. Could you please play the video, Ian? So you'll notice in the top right, the search box. This is quite straightforward. You put either a product code in or a brief description. This will take you directly through as either a summary of the exact product to the page or a few pages to choose from. But what is interesting, when I'm finished here and close to the top left, you'll see table presentation, that when I click on this, it takes it to a submenu. And bottom left is another take you back to the main section of the brochure, where you get to the front, where you want to look for something such as Terra. I'm clicked on the Terra menu button. We've got a sub menu for copper, and this will land you within 2 pages of all of the copper products. So a quick left or right, you'll be able to see all of the copper products that are available. Really quick and simple, but also with the lifestyle imagery required, the features and benefits, and the other product detail that you may require. Again, to come back out of this, you use the sub menu, bottom left to the main menu button, and you're back at the beginning of the brochure to start another search. So you really can find any product that you're looking for within 2 to 3 clicks. Quick and simple. Carl, are you seeing any feedback currently on the brochure?
Yeah, just one thing to add. Where possible, it's important to make sure that you're using the live e-brochure link, whether that's on your website, whether that's being sent directly to a customer on an email footer. Although there is the ability to download a PDF, the live e-brochure link is the one that will give you all of the functionality shown here, and that we've demonstrated on previous webinars. And this also will update each launch. So, for example, the April new product launch is now live on the e-brochure link, and it's important to continue using that link. Anything from you, Mark?
We have experienced a few people asking for hard copies. Just to confirm that this year's brochure is an e-brochure only, but there's some great advantages to this, not alone from cost and environment, but obviously having the link that you can send to your customer straight away, and it is always updated. So, for example, we've just launched our new products in April, so they are automatically in that brochure, so there are no further supplements. The link is easy to obtain, and you can also download this from our website. I think most importantly and finally is that the customers that have been using this already have got some great results and really taken some large orders out of using this tool as well. So please do give us a call if you need any assistance with it.
Okay, so now we're looking at the next poll. And this one, when it comes up, is what would you like more training on? Again, this is multiple choice, so you can select more than one. Searching for a product, using the document in a call, uploading to your email signature, sharing the document, shopping basket feature, or all of it. So you can select more than one, or you can select all of it on those. We'll just wait for some results to come up. Hopefully the video might help the search button a bit clearer for you. Just waiting for a few more of the answers to come in. Here we go. Okay, so we can see that a lot of people have marked up all of it. And there's a few people that are looking for the using the document in a call. So while we're looking at those results, just to remind you, there will be a link at the end for you to be able to book a meeting with the sales guys to go over any training that you might need. Over to Carl.
Thanks, Peter. Next slide, please. Yeah, just covering off the Neville's tools. Finally, the Neville's app, if you haven't downloaded already, please do. It's the easiest way to access the Neville's selling tools when on the move. The app provides easy access to a number of the features we've covered on the webinar here today. This includes the Neville's website, including a fully functional product finder, our most up-to-date e-brochures and guides, sample ordering, quick access to all of our social media, and virtual showroom tours. Along with downloading the Neville's app yourself, we would also recommend you ask your customers to download the Neville's app. This will provide them with the most up-to-date information on the Gemware product range. And as customers become more mobile oriented, we believe this is a great way to keep your customers engaged. Next slide, please.
Thank you, Carl. So onto our showrooms. So our showrooms in Everything Kent, in London, and where I am today in Manchester. Now, this is not just a backdrop. I am actually here. They are all available for appointment. We do continue to maintain a COVID-safe environment so we can meet you personally. Of course, if customers can't travel for any reason, we can hold meetings virtually and provide samples pre and post meeting. We would also like to invite you to hold your own meetings here, just for a little airtime from us, of course. We may even buy you lunch. All the products for 2020 and 21, including our new April launch, are on display as well. There's some great new products here in the range: extensions to terra porcelain, fine glassware, cocktailware, buffet items, and our new vintage steel in black. But just before lockdown, we did have a high rate of visits with over 95% of customers buying something when they walk through our door. So please do encourage your customers to visit us. Next slide, please, and over to Carl and Peter for the summary.
Okay, so I think we've got our next poll or final poll just coming up. So how can we help you further day to day? Again, this is multiple choice. So we've got technology training, web, app, or e-brochure, customer meetings on your behalf, reduced minimum order and carriage paid threshold, more pallet deals and special offers, later cut-off time for same-day dispatch, and finally, showrooms open on certain days to drop in. So remember, this one is multiple choice for you to be able to choose more than one on those. Just wait for some more of the results to come in. Here we go.
Great, thanks, Peter, and thanks everybody for all your feedback throughout today. Yeah, as we can see from the poll there on the screen, particularly including a reduced minimum order and carriage paid threshold, which is obviously well thrown in there. Yeah, plenty for us to be working on, and you'll see now, hopefully in the chat, there is a link to the Microsoft bookings page. This gives you access to book a meeting with a member of the Neville sales team. I think Peter may be on there as well. Yeah, please book a slot with us to get your tailored training and help with any of the areas discussed today, or if there's anything else you'd like to cover. We really do appreciate the challenge of this next period leading up to full reopening of hospitality across the various different markets. So yeah, such as the UK, which is currently planned for the 17th of May. Our experience from 2020 of the previous reopening phases across different markets is we can't stress enough the benefit of planning ahead as much as possible, and to make sure that we can collectively satisfy the final customer's requirements. Please make sure you lean on Neville's team to provide that extra layer of support to help your business. And we hope you can utilise the breadth of ranges we have available across both front and back of house in order to mutually succeed. Next slide, please. Now that brings us to the end of the presentation. We're going to go over to Andrew now to take you through any questions you've raised during the webinar. And please, again, you've still got time to use the Q&A button at the bottom of the screen to ask any additional questions. Over to Andrew.
All right, thanks guys. Thanks, that was a great webinar, and I think it's really great to hear the amount of support that you've outlined today, and that we genuinely want to give to customers during this next time. I cannot believe it. There is 0 questions at the moment. We have a very, very shy and retiring webinar audience today, so please, there must be some questions. Otherwise, I may have to ask a question, which you don't really want. So yeah, there is no questions. So let's give it a minute and see if there's any questions that people want to raise. No questions. Everyone's feeling very mute on this one. I might have a question actually to ask this on the e-brochure training. Just yeah, can one of you give an example of where that's been really successful and you've seen the benefits of that for the customer? I don't know if there's an example of that, because it's, yeah, in reality, I know it's been fantastically successful where people have taken the training and been able to go on and use it.
Yep, so I'll take that one. Yeah, I mean, where people have enhanced the e-brochure, they've taken the link and they've embedded it into parts of their communication. That's gone out and they've used that on email signatures and so forth, or on websites or email blasts that they've sent out. They've then had customers using this brochure and putting things into a basket. You know, we can't talk enough about the shopping basket feature, which generates a list in a nice Excel format. That's returned as a copy back to the distributor that owns the brochure. And they're able to quote and hopefully complete order and supply. And we have had some fantastic success in this. And we're not talking just a few conversions, we're talking thousands. Like genuinely one customer has had thousands of pounds converted just by enhancing this link. And in a way, it's another salesperson. It's another aspect to a selling role within the business.
Great, thank you, Richard. A couple of nice comments. Thank you very much for those appreciative. And I think you know, have answered everyone's questions, guys. So well done on that one. So I will. Oh, there's one that's come in. Okay, so it's seen. Okay, so someone's seen increases in costs and reduction in availability. Do you have any time frame of return to normal levels? I can probably pick this one up actually. So thank you for the question. Availability, I think is we've actually seen we've certainly seen on our side an increase in availability. We've been taking a lot more stock in as well. So we've actually planned that and made sure that we're well stocked in order for this kind of reopening phase. So that's really where we are, where we see things at the moment. Obviously costs we've outlined in previous webinars, and we can sort of detail that in more sort of format in one-to-one situations. But yeah, those unfortunately have been necessary. But yeah, availability we've seen as improvement, and we plan for the increase in business that we're expecting at the moment. So that's that one. Okay, I think that is all the questions answered. So back over to you, Carl.
Lovely. Thanks, Andrew. Thanks for the couple of questions that came in. Yeah, lastly, I think as we mentioned earlier, we do really benefit from the feedback you give on these webinars, and they help to influence and tailor future content. So please, if you can scan with your mobile device the QR code in the corner of the screen, that takes you to a short feedback survey. Yeah, we very much appreciate if you could complete that. Yeah, lastly, we hope, as you can see on the screen, you'll join us for our next webinar on the 20th of May. That will be a product and marketing update. And yeah, all for me to say is, yeah, thanks for your attention. Please stay safe. And yeah, we hope to see you either virtually or in person soon. Thank you.